I am feeling overwhelmed. The whole point of this week is to eliminate that feeling that the week is just something that I dread and I'm just living for the weekend. And I think I'm already kind of frustrated with myself for not having eliminated it yet. If you don't know, I just started my travel therapy contract a couple months ago after quitting my job. I think I've just been riding this high of confidence and pride in myself for having done something I was scared to do. And the high, I'm coming down. I'm just starting to feel that this is just another 9 to 5 and the week can be really draining, but I refuse. Like, my life is gonna be freaking fun and not just on the weekends. I refuse to accept that I have to hate the week. You want to find out if I am successful in creating a happier week for myself, then stick around and we can find out together.
I love chocolate chip banana bread. It's so easy to make, really quick, and it has chocolate in it. So all the great things in life. But honestly, here's where everything went wrong. The recipe called for 1.5 cups of flour, but the problem is that I packed the flour in, and maybe that's what created the huge split on top. I don't know. It was 4 out of 10. Would not recommend. Better luck next time. Right, made it to the end of another work day. Today wasn't too bad. I only had about 6 patients and my normal productivity, what I'm supposed to hit, is like 12. But in other news, who knew how much kids love to drink bubbles? I'd say 5-year-olds and under are obsessed with bubbles. And so if I ever have a little one that's screaming their head off and just will not do anything with me, I try to give them bubbles. And I had one of those today. Usually kids, when I take the stick out and I'm just blowing the bubbles and they'll try to grab the bubble stick from me. But this one was reaching for the whole container of bubbles, just let me drink those bubbles, please. And I was like, ma'am, don't drink the bubbles. So what I'm gonna go do now is go to the library. Something I really liked doing when I had time off, the time in between graduation and starting that first job that I had, I would go to the park all the time. And Charlotte has some beautiful parks. I mean, they're so nice to just go sit down and read a book. Something about just reading in nature. It's different. And I like it better. I'll read if I'm out at a park and it's an event. But if I'm in the bed at home, no, we're watching a show. But I'm still excited to just go to the library and find a new fun book. I'm nervous to film in the library, but that's a whole nother beast. But regardless, I feel like I'm doing something today for me. So far, so good. Come to the library with me. I don't know how successful that was. I ended up with this. All right, let's see if I can walk and talk. Can I walk and chew gum? All right, so I ended up with this Neon Gods book. It's supposed to be a romance book, but I think also a little bit of fantasy. We'll see. At the end of the day, I can always use my library card to go on LibKey and just download a book and look at it that way. So if I want to do that, then I will. But we made it out the library. We filmed. I'm still alive. So there's a positive. We made it. I actually, I cringe at the sound of flies flying around in the air. Usually when I come to the park, I put in my AirPods. I just put them on noise canceling mode when I read because that sound is so strong in my ear. I think it has something to do with the neurological diagnosis I got when I was in high school. It's a chronic condition, so I still have CIDP. I talk about it in previous videos, just a neurological condition that kind of breaks down the covering of your nerves and leads to numbness. But I've also just had some other unexpected side effects, and I swear that I haven't had this sound sensitivity since after that. So you've been warned. I hate the sound of I hate the sound of bugs flying around. So when I randomly stop talking and just like cover my ears, that's what's happening. Time for a moment of realness. It is 7 o'clock. It's so late, but luckily the sun isn't gonna set until 8 o'clock today. Anyways, I did all the things that I really wanted to do today as far as my pockets of happiness for me. So I went to the gym this morning. I could not work up the nerve to record in the gym. It's like I brought my tripod, I brought my microphone, and I was like, we're gonna do this thing. And then I went online early this morning right before I went in, and I was like, I wonder, are you allowed to record at public gyms? That's a silly question. I was just trying to talk myself out of it. And the first thing you look up, the first thing that comes up when you look that up on Google is a Reddit thread about why people who record at the gym should be banned. And that was just enough to scare me out of it. The only thing that's stopping me from doing it is fear of judgment. And like, if you don't want to be recorded in the gym, that's fine. And if that's my safe space and I just don't want the camera there, that's absolutely fine. But that's not the reason. I'm just afraid of like what other people will think, and that's a bad reason not to record. So I'm working on the confidence to do that. I'm here at the park and we're recording, so that's great. But I just have to get some things off of my chest. I put so much pressure on this week to be like an amazing week. Like I shared, I'm kind of feeling frustrated about some previous weeks, and I just told myself like, boom, we're gonna change it. I'm gonna get these pockets of happiness and I'm gonna have a great week. And it has not shaped out like that. So partly there's a realization that the thing that's frustrating me about my days is that I just don't have as much time to do nothing as I would like. And that's just gonna come with working 9 to 5 and then coming home and filming and editing and things like that. But I film and edit because I enjoy those things. So I am still trying to find the perfect mix of how to create a week that I really enjoy. Another thing that's been weighing on me really heavy this week is it's a week that I was so looking forward to, just doing all the things in life that make me happy. Not all the things in life, but trying to make time for happiness in my life. And I was just thinking that's gonna be this amazing week. But vlogging your life is hard. Like, I thought I could just pick up the camera and go, but I want the content that I put out to be good and worth watching and interesting and, you know, sugar and spice and everything nice. And when the content that you're putting out is a vlog, this is just my life. Like, this is just me living my week, going through real life problems, what it is that's bothering me right now. The questions I start to ask myself isn't just, is my content interesting enough? It's like, is my life interesting enough? Truthfully, that was another thing that I struggled with going to the gym today when I decided not to record because I was just like, the judgment, and I chickened out. I mean, I just felt guilty the whole workout, that I was like, okay, I'm in here and I'm doing the gym, but like, am I really doing it? It's like when you are in the gym and you don't have your watch and you're like, am I really doing it? Because where is the evidence? Going to the gym and not recording shouldn't be something that makes me feel guilty. I don't want to feel guilty about the life that I live. This is my life. Take me as I am, world. But enough about all of that mumbo jumbo. I'm here with my book. I'm not gonna try it today. I brought it. It looks nice. And I spent all that time in the library yesterday, but I have a different book on here. On my iPad, Bear 2 by Sylvia Day. And I've really been enjoying that. And that is what I will be reading for my time here. That was such a positive. I'm happy I did it. And I also didn't mention that today has been a good day. I mean, the gym was frustrating today and it ended up being more of a guilt trip, but really enjoyed treating my patients today. I felt like rejuvenated throughout the entire day. I felt refreshed. I didn't feel like I was waiting for the day to end. And the only thing I can pinpoint that was different is I actually made it to the gym this morning. So this whole week isn't a failure. And I feel like I'm all like gloom and doom right now because I'm frustrated that it's not perfect. But it doesn't have to be perfect. So I do want to acknowledge that today has been a good day. Now I'm starting to enjoy this banana bread. It's growing on me. Happy Friday, Junior. Today I've had a pretty good day. Actually, I've had a really good day. I shouldn't just say pretty good. It's 5 o'clock and I'm already at my pocket of happiness destination for the day. I'm supposed to get off work at 5, but my last patient actually was at 3:30 today, so I was able to take some time after work, chat with one of my best friends, which was a really great thing. I haven't spoken with her in a while. Traveling just means I spend a lot of time apart from my friends, and it's important to keep fostering those relationships. I love her. So happy I got a chance to do that. But anyways, as I said, I'm at my pocket of happiness destination for the day. I'm at Primark, the lovely, the wonderful. Primark is this huge store of Amazon's. How Amazon has everything, Primark also has everything. I said I'm at Primark, but I'm at the mall that has a Primark and also has a Cinnabon. So I figured I could do like a fun date myself day thing today. I feel like it's a fun thing. You should be able to have fun with yourself. And I mentioned before that one of my favorite things to do is to peruse, and I meant that when I said it. So my task today is to go in Primark and peruse only. We are not buying anything. I don't know if I'm gonna be successful with that, but we're not buying anything. It's just for perusation, if you will. I thought it'd be fun to do a date myself day because I grew up with 3 younger siblings. I have a big family of 6. So I've just been used to being around people all growing up. And then I started dating Devin freshman year of college. So I lived with my siblings all my life and then started dating Devin and we started living together. And I just don't spend very much time on my own. I'm not someone that likes to be alone. I'm not. So I'm trying to become more comfortable in that and just loving myself with just me present. So I'm gonna date myself and do some things that I really enjoy. Well, that was delicious. I was successful in my quest to simply peruse Primark and not get anything out of the store. I was successful and rewarded myself with Cinnabon. Did not finish. I'm gonna go home and see if Devin wants the rest of it. But Cinnabon's like McDonald's fries. Like, it's really only good in the moment. You can't go eat it 30 minutes later. I don't know how many more self dates I'll do. I like having company. I like having people on my dates with me. I like having Devin on my dates with me. And then I don't have to pay for all the Cinnabon myself. But that was great. Yummy.
The stars must be aligning in my favor because all of my patients canceled today. I went into work at 7:30 and everybody was just off of the schedule. So I turned my tail around, drove all the way back home, and I'm gonna be doing this for the foreseeable future, laying here doing absolutely nothing for as long as I so please. This is a fun little experiment of the week, trying to fit in my little pockets of happiness to make myself feel more in control and just happier. I will say I don't think that I was less overwhelmed this week. It kind of just felt like a pile on of all the things I already have to do and then things to make me happy on top, and just led to really, really busy days. Maybe I'll just make smaller pockets instead of trying to go to the park for 30 minutes and read a book, or instead of trying to drive 30 minutes to a park and read the book, maybe I could just go outside in the backyard and read a book. I don't know. I clearly haven't perfected the process. But thank you so much for watching and coming on the journey with me. I will be continuing to post more lifestyle content and just more content about how I try to live really intentionally and create my most productive, best, happiest self. So if things like that interest you, make sure that you subscribe and tune in next week for another video. All right, I'm gonna lay down now. Bye.